my great pleasure, special honor to welcome Dr. Ajay Mathur, who is the Director General of the main co-host of our conference. Dr. Mathur, you are the Director General. You are responsible for this very important organization, TERI, and I'd like to hand over directly to you to welcome our participants and to invite them to Delhi in November. Dr. Mathur.
Thank you very much, Stefan. It's a pleasure for us here at TERI to partner with the World Wind Energy Association to host the next World Wind Energy Conference. I hope that this is the opportunity each one of us is looking for. Yes, for the many reasons that Mr. Ray talked about, but also it is a point in your calendar you can look forward to traveling. This is a face-to-face conference. It's not a virtual online conference. We look forward to having you all here. And as we have all of you here, we are looking forward to a discussion on a range of issues in this new world of wind and solar, which is why the title of this conference is Powering the World with the Wind and the Sun. I want to emphasize this, because as we move towards a zero carbon society, we are looking at renewables. And when we look at renewables, we are looking at both wind and the sun. Mr. Ray talked about the fact that we are looking at a future in which the supply from wind is intermittent. So is it with solar. But the two of them together provide a greater degree of reliability and hence reduce the need for storage, whether it is through pump storage or whether it is through batteries or any other means. We look forward to discussing how these hybrid systems can come into play. Under what circumstances, maybe we can even move to regulating. If you're building a solar park, put in wind turbines, or the other way around. If you're putting up a wind park, put in solar panels, which is probably more like it. But the issue is we need to see how the two can come together to give the greater degree of reliability that we look for. Because as we look at the future, we are seeing that price is probably no longer an issue, at least a few years from now. We're already looking to a future in which wind and solar will be independently competitive with fossil fuel-based electricity. The challenges are more about grid integration. What are the kinds of portfolio options we have on grid integration? Right now, we are talking of the quick ramping up and ramping down of fossil fuel plants. I think we will have to include demand reduction measures in it. We'll have to include storage measures like pumped storage and batteries. How does a utility look at a portfolio of options? We look forward to issues related to how we establish these and move the electricity to where we want. Because if it's offshore and the demand is somewhere way inshore, we don't want large losses to occur. Which means that you have to have specific new transmission lines, but new transmission lines on which electricity is flowing for 30% of the time, 40% of the time, certainly not the 80-90% of the time that we are used to with fossil fuel transmission systems. Hence, the redesign of the transmission systems becomes important. We can go on looking at the kinds of new challenges that we have, but I want to emphasize that we are looking at a new future. The COVID pandemic has also brought about a range of new things because more than anything else, it has shown that there is not just volatility on the supply side, the intermittency we talked about, but also volatility on the demand side. If we have more electric cars on the roads, when do they charge? What time of the day? It will enhance the volatility of the system. Our key challenge to me is how do you manage the volatility of the demand on the one side and the volatility of the supply on the other side. Let me again say, we are looking towards exciting times, whether it is exciting intellectually or the sheer pleasure of traveling to Delhi and being together with friends who we have not had the chance to meet with and shake hands for some time. Stephen, we look forward again to partner with you on this. And we look forward to a very successful World Wind Energy Conference 2021. I welcome you all to Delhi.
Thank you very much, especially pointing out that indeed, I think we're missing each other. We missed that opportunity to meet people from around the world. And yeah, thank you for making that point. Also for your reference to, I think, the policies which will play a major role during the event. There's a lot still happening. And I remember that you personally, I listened to you recently about the challenges with the policy framework now in India, with the auction system, which we also see in other parts of the world. This will certainly be a major topic, how we can accelerate that transformation towards a renewable future.